Everybody, I am Scotty J. Welcome to Rock Titan Live. Got a very cool show for you coming up here. It's been a while, since we've actually featured any real, what you would call, death metal. All right? But I am about to rectify that right now, all right? Because we got Skeletal Remains, and they got a new album, The Entombment of Chaos, coming out. And we are here with their man, Chris Monroy. Chris, what's going on, man?
How's it going, man? I'm doing good. Thanks
Good.
for having me.
Hey, man, it is my pleasure. I know you're on the road, and I don't want you to get too caught up with too much chaos. Because I know what that's like, man. I was actually just coming back from Chicago the other day. I'm not exactly sure where you're at, but man, it took me like 2 hours to literally drive around the city because all the highways were shut down because of the riots.
Oh, fuck. That
Right?
sucks. Yeah. It got pretty bad over here, too, when the riots were going on. But, yeah, no, I'm in LA, but I'm not too far from home. I just got out of work, so I'm just driving back home. But it's not that bad, to be honest. I mean, there's not really many people in the street to begin with. But, from time to time, I still catch a little bit of traffic. But, I just got out of work, just want to try and get home as soon as possible. That's usually the thing. But
Traffic in LA? Chris, surely you jest, man. We don't know
yeah.
anything about that stuff, but dude, the Entombment of Chaos. September 11th is the date that it's coming out. Did you guys think long and hard about 9/11?
Yeah, that was just like a coincidence, man. So this record was originally supposed to be released like in the summer, early
Right.
summer, but we had some lineup changes, and I was doing a lot of the writing by myself. First half of the record was a lot of the writing that I did on my own during the whole Devouring Mortality touring cycle. When I was home, I was doing a lot of the writing or whatever, and so with the lineup change and all that, we had to push it back a little bit because I wasn't done writing it myself. And once Mike came back in the band, he did a lot of help. He helped a lot with with the second half of the record. We finished the second half actually pretty damn quick. I think maybe like 6 weeks or something. And so we just wanted to get this out as soon as possible. And September 11th was the soonest date. So we were just like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. It was nothing that like, you know, because of what happened on 9/11 or anything like that.
Ominous,
We're
man.
not
It's
like,
ominous. Yeah, seriously.
yeah,
It's like, but you guys bring it. You guys bring it. So, The Entombment of Chaos, this is a follow up to Devouring Mortality that you guys released back in 2018. As far as the evolution of your band, in the course of the last couple of years, how do you feel about this one, man?
I feel great, man. Um, I think this is a record that we've been wanting to do for a very long time. It's very aggressive, very fast, and something that we've been wanting. Like I said, we've been wanting to do for a long time, but we just haven't had the right team to get it done.
Right
And
on.
now that we did, we were able to make that happen. But I'm quite happy with the end result. I personally and Mike both who wrote most of the record, pretty much all the record. We were going through some personal stuff, and I think that also helped. It made the album more aggressive and more, I guess, more brutal, just with all the stuff that we were going through and during the process of writing this record. But yeah, man, I'm quite happy with how everything came out, and I can't wait for everybody to check it out.
Well, you should be proud. And I listened to all the Entombment of Chaos. And yeah, brutal. Brutal is a good word. So, everybody, again, I am Scotty J here with Skeletal Remains frontman Chris Monroy. And, dude, so Congregation of Flesh. I know you just released that. Prior to that, you had Elusive Divinity. These are a couple of singles that you put out off that album. Before we get into Congregation of Flesh, because that particular official music video has like some serious sentimentality to me. But with Elusive Divinity, I know that there is, a meaning behind that for you. And I'm just thinking, as I'm kind of looking the way you broke it down, we could use some Elusive Divinity right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So that song was pretty. We chose that song because we felt that kind of like gave a good. pretty much it would give like a good idea to all the listeners of what the rest of the album is going to sound like.
Okay.
You know, because there is somewhat of a difference from the last record to this record. You know, we try to not release the same record twice. We try to make it a little different and give somebody something fresh. And I think being the introduction of the record, and that's the reason why it was also the opening track of the record, because we felt like that was a song that kind of like, I guess, gave you a good idea of what the whole record is going to be like. So that's the reason we chose that song as the first single. But yeah, the whole topic of what the song is about is pretty much like this God that comes down, and this this being that tricks people into thinking that he's like this God, and just ends up using them and fucking them over pretty much. And yeah, it's pretty cool, interesting. Me and Mike, we try to write some stuff that that was a little bit different than we've done on the last record. And yeah, we pretty fucking shocked. We're pretty happy that how how the song came out.
It is well written, man, and it's deep, because with everything that's going on right now, man, I'm telling you, that's nuts. But getting into Congregation of Flesh, you guys just put that official music video out. And, being a death metal band, people might say, it's nothing shocking, But still, there's always symbolism in everything, and, it is what it is. What made you choose that specific song off this album? And again, we're talking about the Entombment of Chaos. What made you choose that to do an official music video to the magnitude which you did? It's not a lyrical video. I mean, you guys put some time and effort into this. I mean, it's a full theatrical experience.
Yeah. I mean, I think the video came out so good because we had such a good director as well. A lot of props to him. We kind of just, we wanted the song to be a single because we wanted it to be the one, because there's another video that's going to come out too. We did two videos. So we wanted this one. We chose this one because we thought it was a very strong song, and
Okay.
all around the lyrical topic and everything, we thought it was a very cool idea. And we actually had something completely different in mind for the video, but we gave the director the lyrics and we showed him the song, and we're like, hey, listen to it. Let us know what comes to your mind and what you want. What do you think would be a good idea for the video? And pretty much everything that was on the video was all his idea, and so it was really mostly all of it's his work. So we're really fucking grateful of everything he did for us, and he knows what he's doing, and he really understood the song, and he kind of gave it his own twist to it, because originally the song wasn't anything about being like a cult or anything like that. It was more just like being eaten by these rats or like these vermin, and yeah, so he kind of just gave it his own twist, and yeah, man, it came out killer. I really, it seems like everybody's really liking that video. So
It is, man. I shot a video very similar to that to some friends of mine, and I'm not going to give any frivolous plugs here. Sorry, guys, but I love you, and you know who I'm talking to right now. But very similar, in that cult-like type of theme, if you will. But again, we're talking about the Entombment of Chaos here. You just alluded to another official music video that's around the corner. Now, I don't necessarily expect you to divulge which song it is off this album. Coming out September 11th, everybody. September 11th. So make sure you're paying attention to everything that's going on with Skeletal Remains. Go out to their Facebook page, give them a follow, give them a like, show some love. And got to get out there on YouTube and check out some of these official music videos like Elusive Divinity and Congregation of Flesh. But what are we talking about, man? Can you divulge which song this is? Or can you at least give us a release date of when we might expect this masterpiece to come out?
Yeah, it should be out at the end of this month, so
Okay.
a couple more weeks. We're currently, in the process of getting everything edited and all that stuff. We shot both videos in 1 weekend, both Congregation and this new one. So
Okay.
so it's being worked on, but I'm sure it's going to be killer. I'm sure it'll be just as killer as Congregation. It has a really cool theme, and like I said, this director we worked with, Dylan, like he's really good, and that's why we chose him, because we felt like he could bring something to the table to us instead of just releasing another playthrough video or something like that.
Right on, man. Right on. Now I know this is your fourth studio album, so going back to Devouring Mortality, your third studio album, you guys have been touring a lot, and I know that there are a lot of major acts that you guys have been sharing the stage with, and I'm just curious, as a fan, as a journalist, was there anyone in particular that you did have the opportunity to share the stage with, where you were just like, man, this is it. This is what we've been working for, man. Like, this made it all
Yeah,
worthwhile.
yeah, definitely, man. That was Obituary. Yeah, that definitely happened when we toured with Obituary.
Obituary.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's like one of our biggest influences, and
Right on.
especially for me, when it comes to vocals, John Tardy's a really huge influence to me, and uh, just watching them, from the very first day, watching John Tardy warm up backstage, just kind of gave me chills, man. It was an amazing experience, and that's the kind of stuff that makes the band, makes us want to keep going, sharing the stage with all these heroes of ours, and obviously meeting all these cool new fans that never heard of us, and they're like completely blown away. And yeah, man, but definitely Obituary was one of those moments. But I mean, we toured with a lot of great bands. That Obituary tour itself had had Hatebreed, um, Agnostic Front, Chromags, Prong, a lot of legendary bands,
Oh,
and
man. That's
we're
awesome.
like it's kind of random for us to be on such a huge bill like that with all these legendary bands, but that all comes down to the Hatebreed dudes. They're the ones that asked us to be a part of the tour, and I know Jamie Josta's a really really big fan of ours, so yeah,
Now, now when you
really
ca-
cool dudes.
when you catch up with a band like Obituary or Hatebreed or Chromax, some of these bands that you talked about, do you ever try to pick their brains? Since they kind of been there, done that, they've been out there. Are you ever kind of trying to talk to them? Not necessarily, about trying to get into their inner circle per se, but just to kind
Yeah,
of take notes from a business perspective. Because as you know, man, you can make the greatest music in the world. You can put out the greatest stuff there is. You can have the biggest fan base there is. But in terms of real success, it kind of comes down to dollars and cents and being, savvy in the business world. Has anyone
yeah,
kind of mentored you in that world?
yeah, definitely. I mean, before I move on, it was actually Madball, not Chromax.
Oh,
Yeah, that
all
was my
right.
mistake. I
Okay.
think I
All
think
right.
I think Chromax. I don't know if I said Chromax. I'm not sure, but I think they were a part of the first leg. We're part of the second leg. So yeah, I got confused. But
That's all good,
anyways,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Back to your question. Yeah, we try to ask as many questions as possible. Especially touring with bigger bands like that. We just try to soak in as much information as we can. Because that all comes down to helping us being better as a band, and being more professional. Like, we definitely learned a lot, especially from that tour. To be more professional, and not that we weren't being professional before, but just you know learning from all these huge acts that been doing it for so long. It's kind of just like it's very just kind of just soaking all this information, as much information as we can, ask them as many questions as we can, and being able to hang out with them. Was like really cool. They were really down to earth people, and like, I don't know, they really took care of us, man. And that's another big thing on like being a small band on this huge tour. Like, usually, or sometimes you just don't get treated too well because you're just a small opening band that like no one really cares about. But it was the complete opposite on the tour, and just kind of taking that and being like trying to do that when we go out on tour, or when we, like, for example, if we ever go on a headlining tour and we take out a smaller band, try to treat them well, and just taking as much as we can from learning from these people that have been doing it for so long.
Got to pay it forward, Chris. Got to pay it forward.
Yeah,
And again, everyone, we are here with Chris Monroy from Skeletal Remains, and they got their brand new album, The Entombment of Chaos, coming out September 11th, which is off in the distance, far enough, we hope, that, you're going to be able to physically support this baby, because I can't even tell you how many bands I've spoken with recently. They've all, got their albums dropping right now because it's just the way it is. It's the way the dice rolled, whatever, however you want to call it, and it's obviously it's almost next to impossible to be able to go out and support your new music right now. You know, it almost
Yeah,
kind of looks like fate would happen such that you're going to get the opportunity, we hope, to support that. Do we already have any kind of touring in the making here where you're going to be able to go out and physically support this album?
yeah. Well, pretty much everything we had for 2020 got moved to 2021. So as of now, like everything we pretty much, I think there was one tour that didn't get postponed and just got completely canceled. That was a U.S. tour, but
Right.
everything else, I mean, we already have two European tours booked for next year, and uh, a lot of like one-off shows, festivals, and stuff. So, yeah, man, it's just more of like hoping that we're actually going to be able to do them. So there's definitely a lot of stuff we have in mind, and hopefully, if things go back to normal, we want to try and tour this album as much as possible and get out there and play it for all these fans.
Right on, man. Right on. So, Chris, parting thoughts, because I don't want to hold you up. You know, I know you got people to see, places to go, and all that good stuff. But in terms of the entombment of chaos, um, what are we looking at? You know, moving forward, what can your fan base of Skeletal Remains ultimately expect with the release of this album? Like, how would you differentiate this, I guess, the most when you're talking about Devouring Mortality?
Um, I don't know. I guess it's just when it comes to the music. I mean, overall, it's just I would just say just listen to it, man. It's a lot more brutal, but I mean, what can they expect? It's just a brutal fucking album, I guess. It's still Skeletal Remains, but in a new, fresh way, I guess.
Right on, man.
But yeah, man. Hopefully, we'll be able to get out there and play this new music for everyone as soon as possible. Hopefully, this whole pandemic thing ends sooner
Right
than
on.
later, at least.
Right on. Now, for all the latest updates and everything like that, where is the best place that every fan of Skeletal Remains can go check out? Are we active on YouTube? We active on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, any of that stuff? Like, where are you at? Where's Chris at, man? Where are you
Yeah,
hanging out?
yeah, mostly Facebook, Instagram. Check those social media pages out. I mean, just look up Skeletal Remains, and
Okay.
we're always posting like all of our updates there. Pre-order links for the new album and stuff like that. So check us out there. As far as YouTube, I mean, yeah, just YouTube Skeletal Remains. You'll be able to check out any new stuff that's coming out.
There
But
is
yeah, man, that's
one.
pretty much it.
There's one. There
Yeah,
is only Skeletal Remains with Chris Monroy. All right. Awesome stuff, man. Awesome. Chris, well, thank you so much for your
yeah.
time. I appreciate you joining us on Rock Titan Live. Everybody, I am Scotty J. We're Rock Titan Live. We're out.
Fuck yeah. Thank you, man.